Here with me now from Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue is the very own Mark Myers. Hi, Mark. Welcome to the studio.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
I'm excited to hear you talk a little bit about Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue because I've come out to visit, and it's so much bigger than people expect. So if you could just describe it for us.
The Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue is the largest equine rescue in the world. We have our headquarters here in San Angelo. We have another ranch in Lynchburg, Virginia, and another one out near Las Vegas, Nevada. So we literally cover the lower 48 states, working with law enforcement on abuse, neglect, abandonment, hoarding cases. We manage 5.5 million acres of wild burrow habitat in the Southwest. So we got our hands a little bit in everything. And now that COVID restrictions are raising, we're going to be going back to the Caribbean. Almost every island in the Caribbean has a donkey problem. So people don't think donkeys need rescue, and they don't think, animal rescue and donkey. So that's why we're here, to pick up the slack.
And with picking up that slack, because there are so many donkeys in need, you really gain so many more every day.
Yes, we have active cases going every single day, multiple cases, somewhere in the country. So we always have trucks and trailers, teams out doing the rescues, picking up the donkeys. And ultimately, we want them all adopted, which isn't really doable, but we can hope. So we have a nationwide adoption network where we actually place them in really good homes, and they're all trained up, they're friendly, and it's an awesome program.
How many donkeys and other animals, you have mules as well, but how many of all of them do you have on this location right now?
Right now, I want to say we're right around 900. We just moved some off. We were over 1,000 for a little bit because we couldn't do castrations because of COVID. And so now we're back to castrating, and so yeah, around 900, and then I think we have about 120 mules.
And you've kind of touched upon this already, that you really want to get them adopted out, but what are some other goals for the organization?
Education. People have such a negative image of donkeys, this whole stubborn and stupid and dangerous, and none of that's true. If you ever, well, you've been around donkeys now, so you know they're like big dogs. They really are. They're sweet, they're loving, they're protective, and getting the message out there, getting them a little better, image in people's minds. They built this country. They were here 178 years before we signed the Declaration of Independence, but they're considered to be non-native and feral. And it's not fair. They built the Spanish Mission Trail, the Catholic mission system. They were the front runner of every railroad, and they're an amazing animal that kind of lost their way.
That's something that I was so surprised of. I always had that thought in my head that they were real work animals. But as you told me when I came to visit the rescue, they're also really good pets.
They're awesome pets. And that's kind of the homes we're looking for, is people that just want pets. A lot of our donkeys have baggage. They came from an abusive background or a neglected background. And so they have baggage. So we don't like to put a lot on them. We just make them friendly. They'll walk on lead, pick up their hooves for trimming, and they just make awesome pets that way.
What are some qualifications for people looking to adopt? Is there anything specific you look for to make sure they're going to the right home?
Well, we have a pretty good screening process, and nothing is in stone, because we want adequate shelter. And an adequate shelter in Southern California and one in, say, Pennsylvania is two entirely different things. So we want the donkeys to be taken care of. We want people to understand their needs and what they're going to have to, provide for them in their homes. But we do a really good job of educating and screening our adopters.
And with that, you also want people to come out and experience it for themselves, come out to the rescue. How can they do that? We are Highway 67, halfway to Miles. There's blue signs out on the road, say Donkey Rescue with an arrow, points you right to us. They can go on the website, donkeyrescue.org, and get in touch with us to schedule an appointment. So that way we know we have an available tour guide for them. And we try not to overlap. We do have a 6-seat golf cart, so we can drive them around. It's a big place, 172 acres, so it goes much easier, as you know, if we can drive around in the golf cart. And how can people contact you if they're looking to call with any questions or find out more?
DonkeyRescue.org has all the information that anybody would ever need. How to contact us, our history, the projects we're involved with, it's all right there at DonkeyRescue.org.
I can truly attest that it is a beautiful spot, and there are so many animals on the property. So thank you so much for coming in to talk to us about it. With Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue, that's Mark Myers, and we'll be right back with more Concho Valley Live.
Do you want to be on Concho Valley Live? Follow us on Facebook.